Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl at Miss Dressler Ogola. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today's video is a bit sad because I want to talk about a topic that I never thought I would be talking about ever in my entire life, and it kind of still does feel like a dream. It's been a couple of months since I lost my dad. I try my best not to talk about it because it's still very fresh and I still think I'm grieving. Well, I know I'm still grieving, and this year's Father's Day was difficult, even though I really just remembered it was Father's Day literally Sunday morning when I woke up and I saw a couple of texts from my very sensitive and thoughtful friends who were like, you know what, make sure you spend the day today with someone you love and make sure you're not alone today. That was very thoughtful and kind and sweet, and I was okay. Funny enough, like, it was such a weird feeling because I thought I would be super sad the entire day. Of course, in the morning when I woke up and I got on my phone, and it was just like, whew, yeah, like a punch, right, like in my chest. I was just sad, but then again also I was at peace. So that was a new feeling because most of the times I'm just sad and I sometimes get into this panic, anxiety, anxious type of vibe. This past Father's Day was different. I didn't feel like that at all. So for some people, maybe they would say this is too soon to talk about it, but I think I want to talk about it, and I want to be okay talking about it, and I want to be okay feeling however I feel about it, because honestly, grief is like the weirdest shit ever. Like, most of the times I feel like I don't know what's going on with me emotionally, and it's just been a lot to process. So mentally, I think at first I was at a place whereby I am a typical daddy's girl. Love my dad till the death of it, or till the life of it. I love him a lot, and it totally hurt like hell losing him. And also, just, he was my best friend. He loved me unconditionally. He created space for me. He was warm and fuzzy and always told me that he loved me, and he was that person for me. And for a long time I was like, you know what, if I have him, I have enough. Like, he was just enough for me. Really. So for me, what changed was I got into this panic mode of, I've just lost my person, I am literally alone in this world, which is such a crazy thought to have, because I am honestly surrounded by a lot of family and friends, but in that moment, and even still on some days, I just feel like I'm super alone because I've lost, I would say I've lost an anchor, or someone that I knew had my back literally all the time, forever. Like, he was, I know my dad was my ride or die, that kind of thing. Yeah. So it just felt like I've lost that person who has my back. I just felt like I am alone literally in this world, and that was a feeling that I totally had. And sometimes I feel like that, and I talk to myself and I tell myself that, you know what, you're not alone, baby G. You're not alone. You have a lot of people around you that love you and that want to be around you and that want to support you and love you as well. Chaos. And I still feel like a lot of that chaos is still within me. There are days that are really hard. There was a week that was super hard for me. Like, I was in a matatu and I was just crying. I got to the office, I was just crying. Like, I was literally crying all the damn time. Like, it was so difficult because I'm trying to work, I'm crying, and I have a lot on my plate, and I'm just pouring, and I was like, I felt like I needed to purge and I needed to let it out, and I still feel like that sometimes, and I know it's a process, and grief is a journey, and it's a process. And for me, I personally, I still feel like I'm at that place where I need to let the pain, the anger, the disappointment, the hurt, the loss out, and I do not even know how to do that. And that's even the craziest bit, because I really want to let it out, but I don't know how much crying you can do. I try as I try my best to feel everything, to feel the sadness, to feel the pain. And sometimes I feel like just relating with everyone in my life and everyone who's trying to be in my life can be a bit hard, because I'm still trying to process some emotions. So I can't really, sometimes I feel like I can't process every other emotions. Even with my friends, I feel like when they're sad, I can't be there for them, because honestly, I don't have the energy or the strength like in me to be that person for them that they need in that moment. Even guys who express interest and all of that, sometimes I feel like I can't be available for that, and totally understandable, because I'm still healing, and God knows I'm not trying to use anyone's child as a crutch during this moment, or during this time, to use them to soothe myself or to soothe my emotions. That's one thing that I'm really trying my best not to do. And alcohol is very tempting. Yeah, during this time, because sometimes I just feel like, my goodness, I just want to get high. But you know what? Nothing good comes off of that. Trying my best to avoid that works sometimes, doesn't work sometimes, but I'm also being very kind and gracious with myself, and just giving myself time. I beat myself up so much. I probably have the highest expectations of myself, literally, and sometimes I feel like when I don't live up to those expectations that I have of myself, I beat myself up so much. So I'm trying my very best not to do that. I think one of the greatest fears is losing memories, losing images of their face, forgetting how their hands felt, or his hands felt, or forgetting his voice or his laughter. Like, those are some of the things that I think about, and I'm just like, whew, I want to hold on to those memories for as long as I can. I feel like my dad was such a courageous man. Some of the things that I want to do with my life would need a lot of courage. So I'm going to borrow some courage from him and his beautiful life. I'm gonna borrow a lot of hope. He was one of the most hopeful people that I know, or that I knew. His confidence in the future, confidence that things will work out, his confidence in that you'll get it right, his confidence in you can do this or you got this, his confidence in, you know what, today you don't have but tomorrow we will have. That's what I'm gonna borrow, and that's what I'm gonna keep for myself and pass it down to my kids as well. That type of energy. I don't think there was any day that I went to him with a problem that seemed so big to me that did not seem small to him. He expressed such courage even in times where he was so scared. So I'm gonna borrow that. I'm gonna allow that to live on in me, you know, and through me, and pass that down to my kids. Sometimes it is, because not in a bad way. It's only that when they bring it up and they talk about, oh, let me call my dad, or let me do this, and my dad did this, but that's when it hits me again. Oh shit, he's not here. So it's not weird. Even this Father's Day was not weird. Just seeing people on social media posting their dads and celebrating them, it wasn't weird. First, I was sad that I'm not gonna buy him a Father's Day gift, like socks or sandals, just old people stuff. Yeah. My kids not getting a chance to meet him and feel his love and warmth. Him not walking me down the aisle if I ever choose to get married. So there was that. And just stories. stories from him, just listening to his stories about his life and understanding who he is and his perspective on life. So those are the things that I really think I have missed out on in losing my dad. Once you lose someone you love, no matter how imperfect they were, you realize how perfect they were as well. We also loved trees and planting and lemon trees and all of that. Like we have a lemon tree at home in Ocha. We have a lemon tree here, the only tree that is probably alive in this area. Yeah. So of course I'm gonna try and plant a few things in his beautiful memory, and yeah, just let him live on in me, through me, with me. It's hard to talk about it. I'm trying my best not to cry, but I just want to encourage and share my love and my hugs to guys who have lost their moms, lost their dads, lost their cousins, uncles, yet whoever you've lost, and you're just going through it and you're grieving and you're in that process. I share my love, I pass my love, I pass my hugs, I pass. It's hard, right? It's super hard to lose parents, you know. So just know you're not alone. Yeah, this is human experience. We all go through it, and we are all on a journey. So let's live boldly, courageously. Let's love hard, and remember to just tell the people that we love that we really love them, and to take time to appreciate them and to see them and to love on them. So yeah.